Hi, good morning. Okay, I have had just a very full 10 minutes here. I just woke up 10 minutes ago. So I'm just wanting to share a few things because they're feeling like they want to come out and be shared. Okay, one was I was having some dreams, and I'm learning to trust in the energy of these dreams. They're very clear messages. So this is why I'm sharing this. Let's see if I can explain this. So I was being shown that, okay, side note, it's very understandable if people's emotions are running, I'm going to say low, not high. I don't mean high as in positive. I mean low as in like that negative, those denser feelings that we can have, the frustrations. It's very valid. It's been a challenging couple of years. This whole process, and I'm coming from, for anybody watching this who doesn't know me, I'm a doctor of metaphysical science. I view this from a metaphysical perspective, and I'm sharing information from that perspective. So I kind of go back and forth between like the physical perception of things and like a higher or more expanded perception, with the intention of offering some guidance and support through this, what I'll call the ascension process. Because this whole time is our catalytic event that is prompting humanity into higher consciousness, should we choose. I mean, it's happening, but for all of us, it's understandable to have these experiences, these moments of wild frustration. So the dreams were about having like just even one negative or violent act coming into the movements, the rallies that are happening I'm in Canada, but anywhere around the world. It seemed like yesterday there was just a little bit more of that energy. The last couple of days I've had some conversations with people and directly and indirectly, who their instinct is saying like, I need to fight, understandable. Okay, hang on. I'm going to stick with my notes here. Just showing the dreams that I was being shown was just showing how like one negative act could create just a very negative domino effect for the whole movement. And this whole thing is about our human evolution. This is about the evolution of our consciousness. This isn't as much about politics as we may think it is. This is about us as a human being understanding our true power of being human and the power of our beingness. So when we are being frustrated and we act in those ways, we create a world that is just going to be frustrating. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. When we are peaceful and we act in peace and love and compassion, we create a world that sustains that. So we're literally creating a new template for our new future of a new world, of a new humanity. So we can think that the target of our frustration is what's going on out there. This evolution is for us to relearn or remember, again, that power of that peacefulness within us, and learning new ways how to be in relation to things that are frustrating and confusing and all of that. And really learning the power of it. So it's what we're seeing in the external right now in the political sense is we're seeing that clash between our own light and our own dark, individually, collectively. So the political end of things is representing that dark energy within us because it's giving us an opportunity. I'm just getting the visual of when we're kids and if you're siblings and you're fighting back and forth and you're saying, Mom, he's touching me, and no, I'm not touching you, I'm not touching you. So that's sort of like what's going on. it is, and yes, there is touching as well, but I hope this metaphor is making sense. But it's for us to learn, like, it doesn't matter, that finger can just sit there and it's fine. I can just walk in that direction, you know, or just say, okay, I get your point. But move on in a peaceful way. So this is for us to learn a new way of being with the things that are frustrating, because our old consciousness is, and the way of our old consciousness is to be reactive, and we react in the same ways, which is we fight the frustration, we fight we fight our anger, our own anger, we fight it, right? So we need to learn new ways to be with this. Breathe, right? Using some tools that we have, or finding new ones. Take a step aside, whatever it is, but just to recenter yourself. Again, I will say it's completely valid if, you know, with all that we're feeling, okay? And again, the reminder, this is more about our evolution than it is about politics. Okay, so the higher consciousness, we understand that the change happens here within our being, within our present state of being, and that it reflects out there. It's as simple as the metaphor of looking into a mirror, and if you're expecting that reflection to smile back to you, how do you need to be? You need to smile, right? If I'm holding a, really angry face, I'm going to see that back. So we need to start to really understand that everything is energy. Everything is energy. The universe is holographic. I'm not crazy for saying that. That has been proven in quantum science. So what I put out is what I get back. It's about evolution more than it's about politics. Be the change that you wish to see. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to shift gears just a little bit here. When having dialogue with other people, because there's so many of us who are coming online, who are seeing what's happening, who are becoming more active, even if it's just having conversations or sharing things on their social media, that type of thing, being expressive. There are many different perspectives, and although there seems to be one truth that is emerging, we can still look at it from different perspectives. I'm going to grab my fancy teaching tool for this. So let's just say that the white ball here is truth, and all of these different pins are us, different perspectives, right? This is representative of our multidimensional consciousness. So we can be looking at the same thing from different perspectives. The perspectives are all valid. They may not be, accurate, or what is that? So I'm thinking about a conversation I've had around everything that's going on right now. I'll remove this. With someone who is perceiving this from a perspective, from a religious perspective, from an idea that was created, 2,000 years ago, that I don't know I don't know how this story has obviously been carried on and how it's maybe been changed, because that happens, right? Tell a story again and it changes a little bit, So there is a perspective, and that perspective is set, that idea is set in that there is just a predetermined timeline for all of this, and there's really nothing we can do, because there's a certain being that is supposed to return and come back and save us all. Now, that's one idea, and that's valid. the idea that may be a little bit more current in more esoteric circles with metaphysics is that we are embodying the consciousness of that being, this Christ consciousness, this Buddha consciousness. This is the new age. We are remembering that exactly what we were told 2,000 years ago, that I am God. I am one with God. So, where am I going with this? Right, okay, so what's different from 2,000 years ago versus now? 2,000 years ago, we were in a linear consciousness, so everything was just going to happen this step, this step, this step, this step, and then it just happens. So that idea 2,000 years ago was very valid. Now we are entering a multi-dimensional consciousness, which is not linear at all. So meaning we're jumping timelines. This is coming back to the idea of that one violent act that would go into and just create this negative domino effect. There's no, oh gosh, okay, okay. Going back to the metaphor that I was shown in the end of 2019, around 2020, the metaphor being clear vision, and that I was shown 3 types of vision. One was hindsight, one is peripheral, one is future. Hindsight, obviously past. Peripheral is our blinders are coming down. We're seeing everything that's been happening around us. Clearly that's happening. Then our future was blank, and it was, I was shown that we need to have a clear understanding of our past and what's going on around us before we can actually create our future. Because this is a new energy, there is no prior template to this. There's no previous book to call upon to recreate. We're not recreating anything. We're creating a completely new future from this place of innate knowing and this innate resonance, because we are love. So we are creating from that place. And excuse me, as we continue to act in love and compassion, we literally create a new template of a new earth, so that everything must reflect that energy, all our systems, right? So our political systems, our educational, our judicial, everything, our medical, everything comes from a place of love and compassion, which of course centers around free will. And I just wanted to also point out, so another thing that I had seen within this, flurry of 10 minutes that started my day already, was somebody that my partner and I know is on social media. He was sharing this request of information that he had put in to our BC government, which was around, he had asked for numbers of hospitalizations in BC from, I think it was 2015 to now, just to show we're seeing the lies. We're seeing the lies that our politicians are spewing and that our media is contributing. Blatant lies. This is textbook behavior of dark energy, because again, dark energy just hides, and it's deception, and of course there's going to be lies in there, because I can't take responsibility. The dark, that's the parts of us that we can't take responsibility for our own selves and our own actions. So we need to look at that darkness within ourselves and just take responsibility for ourselves. We've all hurt people. We've all hurt each other. We've all hurt ourselves. It's okay. Forgive yourself, have love for yourself, make amends if that's what feels like, if you have the ability to, and if it feels like that will help clear you. It's okay. It's okay. So this request of information shows how much of a blatant lie that is. Also, there was, you know, something going on with the rallies the other day where a couple people looked to be trampled by police horses, and the response from the police was just disgusting. Trying to put it back on that woman, saying that somebody threw a bicycle into the crowd to hurt the horses, when there's clear video of what happened, right? So just to show how desperate that those who are clinging to the dark, because there's this old idea of power in that realm, and we are learning that power does not come from control. There is power in surrender. There is power in forgiveness. There is power in compassion. There is high creative power in all of that, and in love, and in truth, capital T, truth. So illuminating the truth. So, you know, requesting information from the government, whatever we can do, having video, all this stuff that's happening right now. I know there's been this tagline of hold the line. Sure, yes, and I'm as a metaphysician, I see something just slightly different. Hold the light. Keep holding the light, right? For all of us, whether we're physically active in these rallies or not. Okay, that's it. I hope that this made sense, because I'm still waking up. My eyes are still a little buggy. So much love to you. Be well. Be peaceful. Know the love within you. Know how powerful you are. This is happening. We've got this. Learn more about yourself. Learn more about yourself. Take some time away from the big picture of what's going on. If it's helpful to just go a little bit further inward and say, where is this reaction coming from? You know, you got to do that inner work. We have to. It's a balancing act. Whew. So, okay. So much love to you.